let's talk about settling. Because I have a question. And I had to ask myself that question. I'm out here walking the dog. See? So here's the question. Why are we settling? I know why I was, but I'm no longer settling. So the question is, why are you settling? I'm not sure if it's a self-esteem issue or if you were raised with the mindset that what you need to do is finish school and then get a job and then work for somebody else for a living 30, 40 years and then you retire. But here's the key. Once you understand and you learn that mindset, you will settle in other aspects of your life. You will settle in relationships because you weren't told that it's okay to aim higher. Sometimes we're not taught what we're worth. We're not taught to think outside the box. We're not taught to go reach those dreams. We're told to, dream, have goals. But that requires work. It's not going to come to you. You're not just going to sit around and somebody's going to hand that to you. That's not how this works. I thought for the longest time that that's exactly how this worked. That I would have dreams and ambitions and that the world owed me something. Yeah, it didn't work out that way. So I ended up settling for relationships that were toxic because I thought that that's what you were supposed to do. You were supposed to just settle for whatever you could get because you weren't valid unless you were in some sort of relationship. And settling in a relationship means you're going to settle for, I'm going to say it, bullshit. Because when you have that mindset that you're just going to settle for whatever, you're going to accept whatever behavior is given to you. You're going to accept whatever behavior is given to you in your relationship, on your job, in your friendships, and you sit back and tolerate it with closed lips because you think you have to in order to have that level of validation, whether it be from that loved one, your spouse, your friend, your boss. But we need to stop thinking this way. We need to stop just, it is what it is and I'll just grin and bear it. No, the hell you don't have to. You don't have to. Really? You gonna do that? You don't have to do that, y'all. You really don't. Here's the key. When you sit back and you take stock over your life, what have you accomplished? What have you not accomplished? Have you reached those goals? Have you obtained those dreams? And if you haven't, you need to ask yourself why. And be prepared to take the responsibility for the fact that you may not have reached those goals. You couldn't grab that brass ring. You couldn't ring that bell. You have to take responsibility for that because even though you may say, well, if it wasn't for XYZ, I would have been able to, but you allowed that. You allowed it. Things that happen to us in our lives sometimes are unfortunate. Sometimes there are certain things that are, beyond our control. But there is a lot that is completely within our control. Who you're friends with. What you allow into your space. If you have a friend and you can't get anything from them. You can't get help from them, but they fully expect you to help them. That's toxic. Let that go. I don't care if you've known them for 52 million years, let it go, because that's one-sided, and that's not good. If you have someone who calls you and all they do is complain and moan and throw their own pity party and expect you to sit there and absorb that negative energy, you need to let that go. You just need to let it go, because the more negativity you allow in your space, the more that rubs off on you. The more you start to think with their mindset, you start to form their opinions, and you take those opinions as your own. Your mindset becomes their mindset, and you're not fully aware of what's going on until it's too late, and you turn around and you're in your 30s, your 40s, your 50s, and you've accomplished none of the things on your bucket list. You've accomplished none of your goals. And if you have accomplished some, you haven't checked off the ones you really wanted to. Stop settling for people who are telling you what you can and what you cannot do. Stop settling for relationships, friendships, or whoever with anyone who tells you, you know what, you really shouldn't do that. You're not going to be able to make money doing that. What are you doing that for? Why are you going? Why you're making this art? Why are you doing this? Nobody's going to buy that from you. Really? You will never, ever, ever, listen to me. Listen to me. You will never, ever, ever be criticized by somebody doing more than you. You will only be criticized by someone doing less than you. Those naysayers, those people who are trying to pull you back from your dreams because you're shining a little bit too bright, because your goals, in their opinion, are a little bit too lofty. Those people right there, I want you to check their life. What have they accomplished? What have they done? Where have they gone? Is their passport filled? Is it? Or have they just been around the corner? They've never been outside of their city. They've never ventured out on their own. They're still living with their mama. They're still living with their family member. They're living in somebody's basement. They're working at 9 to 5, and every time they get up and turn off that alarm clock, they're complaining and moaning. They don't like their job. But they're going to tell you that you can't start that business. They're going to tell you, nobody's going to buy that. Why are you drawing? Why are you creating this art? Why are you doing these cartoons? For what? For what? For what? Let them go. I don't care if you're married to them. Remember, you are the company you keep. Those people in your circle, they are a direct reflection of their energy. And if they are negative, it's going to be very hard for you to think positive. If you're trying to reach for the stars and they keep kicking the chair out from under you, they're not your friend. They're just not. I meant to come to you earlier today, but I was building my new website, talking to one of my mentors, getting things on track. But today is Monday. It is Blockbuster Monday. Like this? Look at this. 2 Blockbuster necklaces. Two of them. Because I can. I look expensive for $5 each. As an independent consultant for paparazzi accessories, I sell these for $5 a piece, but I buy them for $2.75. So, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45. Blinging for 45. This has given me financial freedom. This has given me the opportunity to reach more people, to connect with people, to vibe with people, to get out of my comfort zone and to reach the goals I choose to reach. I stopped settling. I literally have shut people off. I resolved my issues with them, and I let them go. I will love them from a distance, but I have to let that go. If I'm going to elevate, if you're going to elevate, you have to shed the dead weight. Just like helicopters and planes cannot take off and soar if they're weighted down. They can't do it. They'll crash. You're trying to soar and you're holding dead weight around your waist. Let that go. Stop settling for these lackluster relationships. Follow people who motivate you. Follow people who root for you. Follow people who support you. Follow people who will cheer you on states away. That's how you level up. I don't care how much work you do. I don't care how much work you do. If you're carrying dead weight, you're getting nowhere. So, on this lovely Monday, it's about to be sunset. Look at that. I just wanted to give you a little tidbit to think about while I'm walking the dog. So, what dead weight are you carrying? And isn't it time you shed it? Isn't it time you stop settling for mediocre, good gravy, mediocre relationships? Isn't it time you soared? I think so. Let me get out of here. I got places to be. As late as it is, my day's not done yet. Y'all have a good one.